Hello and welcome to How to Take Care of Yourself with Essential Oils with me, Tara Swigert. You can find me and everything I do at taraswigert.com. I help makers and artists grow their business and take care of themselves, build their business and their confidence and their well-being, because all of these things are intricately tied together. Let me adjust there we go. So it is really hard to build a business if you feel horrible and if you can't focus and you can't take care of yourself. But whether you're building a business or you're just trying to live your life and just trying to get things done that you want to get done, self-care, by that I mean just the basics of taking care of yourself are super important. So today, what I want us to do is go over the 3 levels of ways you can take care of yourself, and then how to use specific essential oils in those 3 levels. Hey, Annie. Hey, Christina. I'm glad to see you. So in the past week, I have been sending out weekly messages, and if you didn't get them, totally okay. Oh, Barbara said she just got her samples today. Oh, because they were sent internationally. Well, I'm glad that you got them. I did a video, how to use your samples, in which I tell you exactly how to use them. I recommend watching that. And Barbara, I'll message with you and we'll chat about it. I was going to say, what was I going to say? I totally blanked. Oh, right. So I'm going to open up my notes so that I remember what I'm going to say. And scroll to the very top of them. So we're going to review 3 levels of ways to take care of yourself. We're going to talk about the specific essential oils that are going to operate on each of those 3 levels and how to use them. I'm going to give quick, here's how you use this, here's how you use this. We're going to cover 10 essential oils. These are the 10 basic oils because there are so many different essential oils you can choose from. How do you know which are the ones that are going to best serve you and what you need to get from them? So we'll talk about that. And then for those of you who are ready to get these essential oils in your life, I'm going to sneeze. Hey, Jay, can you turn off the fan? Fan is blowing right on me. For those of you who are ready to get these essential oils in your life, we're going to talk about how to get them at the best price. In this month, there are actually a lot of extras that you're going to get if you choose to get started with oils this month. So I'll cover what those are as well. Now, many of you are here, like Annie and Christina, because you joined the challenge where each day I sent you an email and about a way to take care of yourself and about a way to use these oils. And I would love to hear from you if you're watching live, what part did you like best? What essential oil did you like best, or what activity did you like best? Share it in the comments and we'll chat about it. And while you're sharing that, yes, so Karen asked a question. I'll make sure and cover that when we get to that oil, Karen. I like your question. If you guys, so Karen just asked, are there oils for hot flashes? If you have any specific physical, emotional, or mental ailment that you would like to know if there's an oil for, post it in the comments now if you're watching live, and I'll make sure to mention it when we get to that oil. So tell me what you liked best about the challenge if you took part in the challenge. Now, we want to use oils to take care of ourselves. And Ranglin just posted her name. So we want to take care of ourselves overall and also very specific issues, right? Like hot flashes, headaches, sinus infections, like allergies, seasonal allergies. So we will cover both. What's amazing is that because these essential oils work on the cellular level, they actually work at the foundation of a lot of what's going on. So they can both help overall, like just maintaining a sense of well-being and target specific ailments. So we're going to talk about how to use essential oils overall and for specific issues. So if you have a specific issue you want us to cover, post it in the chat. And then I'm going to read some of your responses. Christina said, breathing in the balance as needed all morning with my kids was her favorite part. So like getting grounded in the morning, which I know is a stressful time for a lot of families. So yeah, thank you guys for your comments. So if you have joined us in the challenge and I have sent you samples or a self-care package, you've experienced just a small taste of essential oils and how powerfully effective they can be for shifting your mood or for your mental well-being and focusing, like Christina was saying, and getting grounded. by using the balance with our kids, helping her morning routine. And I know when Christina first messaged me of questions about oils, that was your question, right? How do I make the mornings less stressful? So I'm so glad that balance helps you do that. But I want you to think about, if you've just been using these small samples, what would your life be like if you had something to turn to for anything you're dealing with, from digestive issues to bee stings to a sinus infection to seasonal allergies to feeling droopy or not sleeping well at night? How would that... The mailman just came. My dog hates the mailman. How would that change your life? How would that change how you feel? How could that improve your days if you had something that you could smell in the morning that made you feel more grounded and calm down your nervous system? How would it make your life better if when you had a bee sting, it stopped hurting faster, or your kids had a bee sting? You'd apply a little lavender, the swelling would go down, they wouldn't feel the pain. Or if you have a sinus infection or seasonal allergies. Just realized my microphone wasn't pointing at me. Can you guys hear me okay? If those seasonal allergies didn't turn into a sinus infection because you were able to reduce your reactions to those seasonal allergies. So just think about that for a minute. You can share in the comments how that would change things for you or improve things for you. It's not letting me see the comments. Christine says, my son is wired in the mornings. The balance keeps us calm, and balance helps so much. I'm so glad. Yay. So there are 3 levels. Like, I was going to say 3 ways to take care of yourself, but there are millions of ways to take care of yourself. There are 3 levels that we can take care of ourselves. And they're all interrelated. Each one builds or damages or impacts the others. So the first, and really these aren't in any order, is mental. So your brain, your focus, your stress, your thinking. The second is emotional, your feelings, anxiousness, anger, excitement, love, joy, right? That's your emotional well-being. And then there's your physical well-being, your physical sweet little body, everything from how you breathe to a scratch on your skin to how you slept to your blood sugar and how you're eating. That's a physical level. Now, a lot of belief systems also have another level, which is your spiritual level, but that is beyond my pay grade to teach about your spiritual well-being. So we're going to focus on mental, emotional, and physical. Now, of course, this is all interconnected. Anything you can think about is actually on multiple levels of your well-being. So your sleep affects your mental ability to focus, and it affects your ability to regulate your emotions and your moods, right? So if you haven't slept well in your physical body, your moods might be messed up. Your mental clarity is going to be messed up. So they're all interacting. And your stress on a mental level affects your body physically, from your blood pressure to your cortisol levels. And your cortisol levels impact your weight gain, sleep, focus, and cortisol is actually some of the brain hormones, the brain chemistry that regulate and creates emotions. Emotions like being scared or fearful or stressed come from cortisol. And cortisol is impacted by how you sleep, and it also is impacted by the stress levels you're feeling. You create cortisol, you feel more like in fight or flight. So you see, it all is always interacting. And when you treat just one area, like if you just treat your sleep by, say, taking something at night to help you sleep, but you leave others, like it's not impacting the others at the same time, it's not going to solve the problem. So what I love about essential oils is that they work on all 3 levels. They work on the cellular level in your physical body. They also shift your mood when you smell them, and they impact you on the brain chemistry level, like your mental well-being, because they actually interact with the, I always get too nerdy about this, but the cell receptor sites that, cortisol and adrenaline and estrogen and testosterone all interact with, essential oils can actually plug into those sites. And that's why they can shift your mood. They can make you feel better. They can make you feel like you have more serotonin before you do, but all in a natural, low-key, balanced level, not over the top. and just like doing one thing. So often medication, traditional Western medication, just impacts one area. And so all the other areas go out of whack if you take a medicine just to fix that one area. Whereas essential oils are interacting on all the levels to bring your body into a natural balance, not to throw you real hard one direction or another. Does that make sense? Check in the comments. I kind of got to flip back and forth between the screens. Barbara said, I would definitely love to discover some oils to have calmer sleep, as it seems my brain never stops. I totally understand. Barbara, I think you got some Serenity. Use Serenity at night. I did the video, how to use your essential oil samples. Watch that one after this one. And I talk about how to use Serenity or lavender at night. You definitely got one of those too in your package. And we'll message about this as well. Actually, if you could send me a DM now, a direct message on Facebook. If we're not friends yet, friend me, send me a direct message. That way we can start talking. So for me, I got into essential oils because what I wanted to do is I want to share with you how doTERRA essential oils became part of my daily life. And part of why I got into it was recognizing that this thing that had been making my life hard, basically since I was 13 or 14, is what Western medicine calls it anxiety, right? And I was looking for all of the solutions, all of the ways to deal with anxiety. And what I learned through a lot of research, I read a lot of books, a lot of peer-reviewed journal articles about anxiety, how it works in your body, how it's not just the emotional level, but it's also the physical level. And of course, it impacts your mental well-being. Like, it's really hard to focus when you are feeling too anxious. And when you have panic attacks, all systems in your body basically shut down and act like there's a bear in the room when there's no bear in the room, but you feel like there's a bear in the room. And through all my research and reading, I realized that I had to, I don't want to say fix, I had to integrate all three levels of healing in order to reduce my anxious feelings. So I don't like to say fixed because that sounds like something is broken. Instead, what I needed to do was find a new way of living and taking care of myself in a way that would allow me to operate in this world without being stopped by panic attacks or anxious feelings. Does that make sense? So because they're all so deeply interrelated, I had to do things on the physical level, like do things that raise my endorphins, like running and sweating and working out. Do things on the physical level, like keep my blood sugar stable by eating regularly and not skipping meals. Do things on the mental level by paying attention to my thoughts and what thoughts led to anxiety, and cognitive behavioral therapy, which I've done podcast episodes about. I'm certainly not an expert in. I've done very just introductory podcast episodes about. That therapy is all on the mental level, and that's the one that the research shows is the most effective at dealing with anxious feelings. And then there's the emotional level. Like, are my emotions going all crazy, and am I doing the things that help regulate the emotions? And for me, essential oils first came in on the emotional level, and then I realized how much they were also helping me on the physical level and actually helping me build the habits to do the physical things that would help me with the emotional and the mental level. So like I said, it's all interrelated, but you can enter it by whatever kind of one matters most to you right now. So if you're suffering from physical issues, like digestion issues, sleep issues, like skin issues, allergies, coming at the physical level is going to be most important for you. If you're suffering with emotional issues, and that's where you want to start, things like that are going to be uplifting to your mood or calming to your nervous system, that is going to be where you start. And what's great is that all of this interacts on all the levels. So let's dive into what the specific oils. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my usage in those three levels by talking about these 10 oils that cover almost everything you're going to face. And they're like what I like to think of as nature's medicine cabinet. So these are the things I always have that are going to interact on all those levels for whatever you come up against. The first one I want to talk about is frankincense. Frankincense is known as a king of the oils. It comes from a sap of a tree that's grown in Somalia. doTERRA frankincense is actually unlike any other company's frankincense because they work directly with the harvesters. These people in Somalia who've owned their land for generations. It is their main source of income for the country is frankincense and goats. And doTERRA works directly with the harvesters instead of working through a third-party middleman, which is what every other company does. doTERRA works directly with them and it has enabled them to make 10 times more per gallon of oil than they made working with anybody else and working with a middleman. So what I love about frankincense, before we even get to how it's going to interact with your body, is before it comes to you, it's already changing the world. doTERRA is committed to fair pay for the people who work in the distillers and the harvesters and the growers. And they're also committed to sustainability. So they've actually taken a sustainability expert in this tree, in the Boswellia tree, and paid her to go in and train the harvesters on how to make sure they're not over harvesting the trees that frankincense comes from. So the trees will be there for generations and generations. Because if you over harvest now, we're not going to have frankincense in the future. And these harvesters, these tribes won't have the resource that pays for their way of life. So that is like, I love the frankincense because it's not just a win for me and what it does for me, but also for the communities that raise it and harvest it, and also for the world because we're keeping it sustainable. So frankincense has so many uses, including it helps build and maintain a healthy immune system. It calms anxiety when you smell it. Most people say it smells a little bit like an ancient forest. When I first smelled it, it reminded me of the redwoods. Calms anxiety. It helps boost mood. There are studies that it helps decrease feelings of depression. And on like physical level, it helps promote healthy cellular function. So you just rub a drop on the back of your neck each morning or on the bottom of your feet. Or you can take what I do when I have a migraine or a bad headache. So I take a drop like this and I press it. And that simple routine of putting a drop on the back of your neck or in your mouth or on your feet, it's going to help promote feelings of peace and relaxation and calm. A lot of people, including myself, use it in your quiet time or your meditation. I'll put a drop like here on my chest, breathe it in. And now when I breathe that in, it takes me back to the place. It's like much easier for me to drop into the quiet meditation because I've built the habit of smelling that smell, then getting to that place. You see what I'm saying? So we talked a little bit this week about how mindfulness can help you promotes mental well-being and emotional well-being. And the way that you get more mindful is by practicing it through meditation or quiet time, having the same routine of like getting into that calm, focused space. Frankincense can help you get there. In addition, frankincense is awesome for your skin. So I use it in my moisturizer. I use it on my face all the time. It's both moisturizing. It reduces the appearance of blemishes. It actually helps plump up your skin. And it helps in all the cells of your body, helps them make better copies of themselves. So the aging process is like all of your cells are a copy of a copy of a copy. They're always copying themselves. And frankincense actually goes in and like strengthens it. We can see under... Do you hear that car? We can see under the microscope that frankincense makes the cell stronger, so its copies are better, slowing down things that happen in the aging process. So that's frankincense. I love it. It's amazing. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is lavender. Lavender is also awesome for your skin. Darn it. Where'd you go, lavender? Oh, so I keep my oils in this bag that I got in the $3 bin in Target. And if you guys actually decide to get oils this weekend, I'm going to send you a bag. It might be like this one. It might be a slightly different one. But what I like is I keep all 10 of these. So when I need to go someplace, I throw the bag in my suitcase. So lavender is really calming and relaxing. You might have seen it in a lot of different products for peaceful sleep and for relaxing and baby bedtime bath kind of peaceful sleep, but it's great for any kind of calming anytime during the day. It's why I sent it to a lot of you to try, because 1 or 2 drops of lavender on the temples or in your diffuser is going to help ease your tension, and it's going to help you calm down. And if you use it at night, it's going to help you with your sleep. A drop can also be used for any minor skin irritation. So I mix it with my aloe vera lotion when I get sunburned, and I rub it on my sunburn, and it removes that stinging feeling like immediately. So with minor burns with skin irritations, with bug bites. It's actually amazing for bug bites. So it is like mosquito season here in the South. A drop of lavender taken like this and put on any bug bite stops the itching like immediately. It's magical. When you do it with somebody who's not into oils, they're always like, what? It helps the skin recover quickly, and it totally takes the sting away. So the third one I want to talk about, so for Barbara, I think is how you say your name, you were asking about sleep. Lavender at night in your diffuser or on the bottom of your feet or on your pulse points, your chest, is going to help you sleep better through the night. Annie says, I'm loving this discussion on the different levels. It might be why I feel so off balance. Our emotions are getting better, but physically I'm all a mess. I can totally understand that. It's a process, right? Like sometimes I pay more attention to the physical and less attention to the emotional. Sometimes I'm journaling all the time and I'm meditating. So I'm like working on the mental and emotional and totally leaving behind the physical. So it's always a balance. Now, the next oil I want to talk about is peppermint. And these 3 oils, actually, and the next one as well, are all oils that work for a lot of physical things, but I use them a lot for emotional and mood support. So frankincense, grounding and calming. When I feel like, to up here, it's calming. Lavender, also calming and relaxing and soothing, more like soothing and comforting. Peppermint is the opposite. It wakes you up. It makes you feel joyful. It's known in the book Emotions and Essential Oils as an oil of a buoyant heart. It's buoyant. It's happy. It's also an excellent energy booster. So it promotes healthy respiratory functions and clear breathing. When you breathe it in, you can feel it go all through you, wake you right up. So you can rub this on your chest to help you breathe better, or you just diffuse it aromatically. It's going to open up all your breathing. It's also great for digestion. Like if you've ever drank peppermint tea when your tummy's upset, 1 drop of doTERRA peppermint oil has as much of those active ingredients that works on your digestion as 28 cups of peppermint tea. So it's super potent. It's an important time to say 1 drop is a dose. You only need a drop of any of these oils as your dose for whatever you're dealing with. So 1 drop in your water can help alleviate your stomach upset, nausea. It's really great for that. If you're in pain, this will help numb the pain and kind of cool it off. You can rub it on the area that's hurting, or if you have a headache, you can relieve tension with it. You can do a drop on the roof of your mouth, or you can take a drop if you want to wake up for your energy boost. You want to use it for you're feeling tired in the morning. Oh, my bottle's empty. There's a little bit I got. You can rub it on the back of your neck and it's going to wake you right up. And if you have any tension in your neck, it's going to do like a cooling sensation on that pain or tension. The thing about peppermint is that you want to avoid your eyes. And if you're super sensitive, you want to dilute it with some coconut oil before you apply it because it's so cooling. It can be tingly on your skin. So, for the person who asked about hot flashes, peppermint is your hot flash friend. A drop of peppermint on the back of your neck is going to totally cool you down. Another thing to do in the hot summer is put a drop in a spray water bottle and mist yourself with it when you're feeling hot. So it's something that I use when I'm outside and it's hot and it's sweaty. You just want to make sure you avoid your eyes. Put a drop on your neck. I also drink it in tea a lot. When I'm not feeling well, a drop of lemon, which we'll talk about in a minute, and a drop of peppermint in my tea opens up my airways, makes me feel better. Also soothes your throat. So peppermint's often recommended for a sore throat. I was just looking that up today because Jay has a sore throat. So peppermint is recommended, and also recommended lemon. So doTERRA lemon, it smells amazing. It's bright, it's sunny, it's like sunshine in a bottle is how I think of it. And it is floating around my bag somewhere. It naturally cleanses the body and helps in digestion. So lemon actually interacts with your liver. You know your liver is your detoxifier. Lemon actually helps your liver detoxify your body. What's awesome is because it's so antibacterial and antifungal, it also helps detoxify your house. Using a drop of lemon oil in your water in the morning protects against UTIs, urinary tract infections, and kidney stones. I use lemon most often to either boost my mood, like diffusing it, or when you diffuse it like this, it's going to cleanse and purify the airborne threats. So bacteria and germs in the air, diffusing it is going to help kill the airborne issues. But you can also use it on your surfaces. So I rub down my whole kitchen with lemon. It both smells and amazing and also kills bacteria and germs all over my kitchen. So I just put it in a spray bottle with some vinegar and maybe other essential oils if I want to. And that's my all-purpose spray for my kitchen. Sometimes I just put a drop. If I don't want to like get into the bottom of the sink in the spray bottle, I put a drop on a damp cloth or paper towel and rub down everything. It's also really excellent for getting up stuck on stuff. So whether it's a sticker or it's old spaghetti sauce, it's going to lift it up right away. It also boosts your mood and supports respiratory function, like your breathing, and it soothes an irritated throat. If you put it in your hot tea, it's going to calm your throat. Any inflammation you have in your throat, it's going to calm it right down. Love lemon. So the ones we've talked about so far, frankincense, lavender, lemon, peppermint, all really amazing. They do things on the physical level, but they're also really amazing mood enhancers, mood changers. So frankincense, lavender are going to calm you down, help you feel grounded and relaxed. Lemon and peppermint are going to lift you up and make you feel bubbly. And actually one of my favorite morning work, need to focus, need to wake up combinations is either lemon and peppermint or wild orange and peppermint. We'll talk about wild orange in a minute. Actually, let's talk about wild orange now. So this isn't one of the 10 I was going to talk about, but a lot of you got this in your sample pack and loved it. Wild orange comes from the rind of an orange. It's bright, it's bubbly, it wakes you up. It shares a lot of qualities in common with lemon, but with a different smell because it has a lot of the same major active ingredients. So it kills bacteria on surfaces and airborne bacteria. It lifts your mood, and it will, there's one I forgot. Anyhow, it's amazing. I love it. It doesn't come with the 10 most popular oils, except for this month. There's a special where we'll get wild orange. So we'll talk about that in a minute. My favorite morning blend is wild orange and peppermint in the diffuser. Wake you up, make you feel amazing, help you focus. So peppermint and lemon and wild orange all help you like focus in on what you need to focus on. Now, the next oils are the ones I think about as like the medicine cabinet. They interact on a physical level. So whatever's going on with you physically, you can take care of yourself physically. So to start with, breathe. We've been talking a lot about respiratory health, and I think that's because it's like allergy season. Everybody's sinuses and respiratory system is like messed up from allergy season. So breathe is going to help you breathe easier. It's a specific doTERRA blend that's designed to maintain clear airways and breathing, and it does a great job of just your overall respiratory health. So it also helps minimize the effects of seasonal threats, meaning like the things you're allergic to out, the flowering and the trees and all that. I can't go without it once everything starts blooming. You can rub this on your chest in some coconut oil. It's got eucalyptus and lemon and mint. It's going to open up your breathe. You're going to breathe easier. I also put a little drop under my nose when I really want a quick hit of breathing easier. And when I go running, when you work out, it's going to help you get more oxygen in your lungs and have a more effective workout. We also right now have it in the diffuser around the house because it has a lot of those antibacterial, antifungal oils in it. So it's cleaning the air because my husband is having a sore throat. So I've got this diffusing everywhere to help clean the air, this and lemon together. So it's breathe. The next one that really helps on a physical level, by the way, breathe, I feel like always lifts my mood, and it's known to be a good oil for grieving because when you're grieving, you're often hold it in your lungs and your chest, and it's clenched tight. And breathing helps you open that up and release the emotions that are you're holding on to so tight there. So next one is Melaleuca. So a lot. Like you might already know of Melaleuca as tea tree oil. Melaleuca is just the name of the plant, like the Latin name of the plant that tea tree oil comes from. So this is super well loved. Many of you are using tea tree oil without even knowing it because it's in your shampoo, it's in your cleansers. It's really well known as an amazing cleanser. It's antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral. It soothes and rejuvenates your skin. It helps increase your hair follicle, like hair growth, basically. And doTERRA has this in their face wash and in their hair serum. It also clears up things like psoriasis, eczema, acne rashes, and a lot more. So whenever I have a zit, and any of my friends with teenagers, you put a drop of Melaleuca on the zit, it's going to kill all that bacteria that's in there that's forming, and then a drop of lavender to cool and calm and like reduce the redness and swelling. That's my zit formula, just so you know. Melaleuca also helps purify and freshen the air and protect against environmental and seasonal threats. It's awesome. We put it in with Jay's sore throat today. He's been gargling salt water with Melaleuca to kill that bacteria that is on your strep throat. So that's another one that's super, it smells a little astringent. Like, I don't use it as a mood booster. I use it as a cleaner. Remember I said I make my kitchen spray with water and vinegar, lemon, Melaleuca's always in it. Next up on the physical level is DigestZen. So if you have ever been stuck in the bathroom or feeling nauseous, you know, like you can't get anything else in your life done, right? Like digestive issues are, to me, the most like stop work, stop everything, can't leave the house. So DigestZen is the answer. It aids in the digestion of foods. It soothes the occasional stomach upset, nausea. It maintains a healthy gastrointestinal tract. It has a blend of peppermint, ginger, and anise. And there's a few more in there. I always forget one. Anise, peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, and fennel. So what's awesome about this is you can either rub it on your stomach, which like when my teenage brother was having bad diarrhea, my mom was like, just let me put this on you. She rubbed it on his stomach. It went away immediately. It helped calm down whatever was going on in his gastrointestinal tract. You can just rub it on, or you can add a drop or two to a glass of water and drink it down and help the whole system. So it's great because wherever your gut issues are on the spectrum, whether you can't use the bathroom and you need to get things going, or you can't get out of the bathroom, or you feel nauseous, like you're going to throw up, DigestZen is the answer. I basically can just smell DigestZen and it calms down whatever's going on because it's getting in your blood system when you breathe it in as well. You can also put a drop or two on the bottom of your feet to help keep away stomach issues. So my friends that have chronic stomach issues tend to do that. Put a drop on their feet each night to help keep their gastrointestinal tract healthy. But super fast relief. Rubbing it on your belly, taking it in water gives you super quick relief. The next really great for sickness one is oregano. So oregano is, it's the thing I want to say. These oils, if they're safe for internal use, they'll be marked with supplement facts. If you're in the States, in the European Union, it says something slightly different, but it basically lets you know it's safe to take this internally. doTERRA essential oils. This is not true of all essential oils. You cannot take the peppermint, the lemon oil you find for cheap at a grocery store or a Walmart. You can't take those internally. They haven't been tested through multiple levels of tests to make sure that they're safe. So just because I'm talking about lemon or oregano, this is only applicable to doTERRA essential oils who go through 12 levels of testing to make sure that there are no pesticides, there are no heavy chemical or heavy metals, there are no chemicals, there are no cross-contamination from things that you might be allergic to like wheat or nuts or dairy, no cross-contamination. Also, they're tested one last time to make sure that they have the things that make them effective, that they have the high enough quantities of the chemical constituents that make them effective at what they do in them. So you know that every bottle of lemon you get is going to be the same level of effectiveness because it's been tested to make sure it's that potent and pure. So say that oregano is an awesome and powerful cleansing agent. One of my friends says that she thinks about it as her natural antibiotic. So if you have anything that you might need an antibiotic for, your first line of defense can be oregano. Now, if it doesn't go away, go to the doctor, like take care of yourself. But your first line of defense can be oregano. It has immune enhancing benefits, and it's an excellent source of antioxidants. It supports healthy digestion, respiratory function, plus it's delicious in your food. I went and got this out of my kitchen because that's where it lives. I'm making tonight homemade spaghetti sauce, which is super simple. Drop of oregano makes it so, so good. So if your kids are regularly coming down with whatever they're picking up when they're out and about, put a drop of this on their feet every night before they go to bed. It's going to help their immune system, and it's going to help their body fight off all of the germs that they're coming in contact with. It smells really oregano-y. You will smell like a pizza when you use it. It's really effective. This is another thing that for sore throats, Jay is gargling or taking internally. Now, the next, so that's a really great like physical level, taking care of yourself when you get sick. And I'll be honest, the Melaleuca, the Digestin, and the oregano are ones that I keep in store for when I'm sick. That's when I use them most often. I use the Melaleuca in my cleansing stuff, and I use the oregano in my cooking stuff, and otherwise they're like my medicine cabinet. So the last like medicine cabinet oil that I'm going to talk about is On Guard. So this is the doTERRA specific blend. It's a protective blend. It helps your body fight off threats, and it helps work with your immune system to actually make your immune system stronger. So in order to improve your immune system, you can rub a couple drops on the bottom of your feet each day. In our house, we use it basically from October to like April, which is like flu season. Everybody's coming down with flu. You can diffuse it aromatically, and it's going to dose everybody in your family. You can put drops on your feet, and you can take it in tea. It's actually really delicious in black tea. It makes like a chai because it's a mix of orange, clove, cinnamon leaf, eucalyptus, and rosemary. So good. So when we're feeling sniffly, when people around us are feeling sniffly, I put a drop in our black tea with a little cream and make a homemade chai. My friend Karen calls it her get better tea. So when our kids get sick, she's like, let me make you some get better tea. She makes some black tea with On Guard in it. It's delicious. And like I said, you can diffuse it aromatically. You can take it in tea. You can also rub it on the bottom of your feet. It has like an energizing, uplifting smell because it's a mix of the orange, which is bubbly and uplifting, and a mix of the spices, which is like warm and comforting. And what's awesome is that they have a whole series of things with On Guard in them. I'll talk about a couple of them in a minute because they come free this month. But you're going to use On Guard all the time. I literally have On Guard everywhere. I have one in the bedroom for a diffuser in there. I keep one bottle in the living room, and then I have one bottle in my bag to dose myself when I travel. I've so kept from getting sick with lots and lots of plane travel, bus travel. One trip I took a bus, a train, a plane, and an Uber all within like 3 days, and I didn't get sick, and it's because of On Guard. So if your kids are going to school, you can gift the teacher a diffuser and On Guard, and it reduces the instances of the flu in the classroom, the number of kids who get sick from it, and the length. And there's actually a peer-reviewed journal study about On Guard and flu length. You can Google that to find that. It's super effective. So that is a super like excellent keep you from getting sick resource. The last oil I want to talk about is Deep Blue. So Deep Blue is specifically formulated to soothe sore muscles and achy joints and reduce inflammation. So there is a Deep Blue rub, which some of you got the sample of. If you told me you have sore shoulders, sore wrists, sore knees, hips, I sent you some Deep Blue rub. That's a lotion with a Deep Blue oil in it. But the straight oil, it works even deeper and more specifically. So you can use it pre or post workout to like comfort your muscles and actually help them recover faster. It gives you both a sensation of cooling and of warmth. So if you have, like I have a finger here that through, I think, knitting and sewing, it gets sore sometimes. And I just put one drop right here on my knuckle, and it helps. I can feel it will like have a better range of motion and it's less sore. You can massage it into your wrists, your knees, your shoulders. It's going to reduce the inflammation. It's going to reduce the pain, and it's going to create healthy circulation in that area. So don't just put the drop there, but actually rub it on and get some circulation. really going to help you feel better. It's going to help you recover faster. It's going to help you relieve any tension. So if you work at the computer like I do, you often have tension in your neck and shoulders. Put this on. It will also wake you up and make you feel amazing. So those are the 10 oils I use the most often that really cover the whole range of issues: mental, emotional, physical well-being. All of these oils, you can buy them one by one, but they all come together in a kit called the Home Essentials Kit. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a minute. But this month, that Home Essentials Kit actually comes with 4 extras. They don't usually come just in the month of May. But let's talk about the best way. Let me actually click over to your questions. The page won't load. I can't see your questions. There we go. Yes. Okay, let me see. Yes. So Karen asked, do oils go bad over time? In theory, yes, but if they're come in contact with sun and heat for a long period of time, yes, they do go off. And by bad, it just means that they lose their powerfulness, their potency, their ability to do what it is they do for you. So that's why they're in dark amber bottles. Don't ever buy oils in clear bottles. Those are going to go off and be not effective right away. And the companies that sell them in clear bottles are not selling them for medicinal, physical purposes. They're just like, hey, this smells good. It's like lighting a candle versus doing aromatherapy, which actually interacts with your body on a cellular level. So they're in dark amber bottles. You want to keep them in a cool place. You can see I store mine right here. In my bookshelf. This bookshelf, the light kind of never hits it. I have a big window here, but the direct light never hits it. And this room stays cool because, you know, it's inside my house. I don't let it get too hot. So that's fine. And they do have expiration dates, but like this bottle doesn't expire until 2022. And I got this bottle in 2017. So they've got like a 5-year. And let's talk about that too. These 15 milliliter bottles come with over 250 drops of oil. So they have, in case you didn't see, they have a little orifice reducer is what that's called. That helps you get just 1 drop at a time. And like I mentioned, a dose is 1 drop. So you're going to turn it up and get just 1 drop in your hand. When you fill up your diffuser, you're going to start out with just 1 drop and then see how that smells, see how you like it. You can always go to more, but you don't want to start out with like 5 or 10 drops in your diffuser. It might be too intense for the size of space you have, right? Because you're going to need as much oil as you have space and how much air is moving through the space, etc. And also the sensitivity of the people in your house. So I always start with just 1 drop in your diffuser. There are 250 drops in each bottle. So if you did a drop a day, it's going to last you 3/4 of the year, 2/3 of the year. And yeah, so they last a really long time. I use more than 1 drop a day of many of the oils that I use regularly, especially the mood oils. So they last me like 6 months, but a good long time. So it's an amazing, amazing value. All right, so how you actually get them, there are a couple ways that you can get them. The first is that you can buy these oils retail. So you can go to doTERRA.com/TaraSwagger and pay retail for it. But the only reason you would ever buy retail, A, it's more expensive, but it's not the smartest way to buy because you're going to pay more and you're not going to get any of the benefits that membership gives you. So joining doTERRA is kind of like joining Sam's Club, where you're going to get a discounted price on absolutely everything, 25% off everything in the shop and all for the next year. And at that point, you can renew your membership and continue to get the benefits. And you're also going to get points back on everything you order through the Loyalty Rewards program. But before I go into that, the thing about buying retail is the only time you'd want to buy retail is if you go into like a chiropractor or your massage therapist and you buy it off the shelf there. If you're going to buy online and you're not just buying it off of somebody's shelf, get yourself a membership account. So becoming a doTERRA member gives you a discounted rate of 25% off your first order and everything else you order. And if you purchase a starter kit, like I mentioned earlier, you will have the $35 fee waived. So there's a $35 membership fee, just like when you join Sam's Club, you pay a membership fee. But If you start with starter kit, that fee is totally waived. So you're getting the oils at 25% off, plus you're getting the fee waived. But if you don't want the whole kit, you can absolutely buy the membership for $35 and then add things to your cart a la carte. Membership not only comes with that 25% off, but it also gives you access to a bunch of other benefits. So for one thing is the Loyalty Rewards Program. Loyalty Rewards Program is the best way to buy your oils. You make a monthly order of whatever you want to order, and it's only open to members. You're going to get points back on every order. Points are like dollars. Basically, a point is $1 in the US at least. And you'll earn 10% back off your first couple orders. And then over 3 months, you'll earn 15% back. 3 months later, it goes up again. So at the end of a year, you're earning, and it tops out at 30% back of whatever your order is. So if you make a $100 order in the Loyalty Rewards Program, you're going to get $30 back in points, plus the entire time you get 100% of your shipping back in points. So my shipping is normally about $3 or $4, but I get that back the next month in my account for points that you can apply to whatever products you want to buy with your points. Super awesome. So basically you're getting free products all the time. It also gives you access to the free product of the month, which is sent free to you. And there are all these other benefits. So like I said, you can buy it retail, but if you have a member account, you're going to get tons of benefits, including benefits with me, like an e-course that's going to teach you how to use the oils, and access to our Facebook group where we are sharing recipes, ideas, asking questions, answering questions every day, 24/7. It's an international group with hundreds of members. But these 10 oils I talked about today are in the enrollment kit, Home Essentials. So it's a Home Essentials kit. You're going to get 10 15 milliliter bottles, which have 250 drops in it, and this diffuser. Can you guys see this diffuser? I can't quite see what you guys see. Yeah, this diffuser that has 3 different settings. It has a light. You can turn the light off. It's totally awesome. It's hospital grade plastic, so the essential oils won't make it degrade over time. If you get a cheap diffuser someplace else, the essential oils actually degrade the plastic and it'll stop working. What you also get when you get the Home Essentials kit is a 30-minute phone consult with me where we're going to make a plan for how you're going to use these oils in your life. So you're not just going to get the oils and then have to remember how I said to use it. We're going to talk about how you would use it for your specific family and life and situation. What do you have going on? What are your health issues? What are the health issues of the people in your family? We'll talk about a plan. You'll also get access to oh, and I'm here to support you. My goal is for you to use these oils, for you to take care of yourself, for you to get the best benefit out of them. Part of the way we do that is through an e-course and through a Facebook group, which is awesome, customer only. You can get your questions answered 24/7. So I wanted to tell you this month, the month of May, if you get the Home Essentials kit, doTERRA is going to send you more products than comes in the kit. So you'll get the 10 oils we talked about today, the diffuser, plus you'll get Wild Orange, which is everyone's favorite. Many of you got samples of Wild Orange and said you loved it for boosting your mood. This doesn't come in the Home Essentials, but will be added to your Home Essentials only in May if you order it, plus an extra bottle of On Guard, because this is the one people use the most often, plus the On Guard hand sanitizer, which I brought in here and don't know where I put. Oh, crap. I specifically grabbed it before we got started. Oh, it's in my lap. This bottle, this hand sanitizer bottle. So this has none of the weird, gross chemicals that are in most hand sanitizers. And you spray it and you rub your hands together. And they have done so many studies and research that shows that this kills 99% of bacteria that are on your hands when you do that. And it's got the On Guard oil in it, so it will boost your immune system. This is my friend when I travel. Also has a really nice, gentle smell. So you'll get this for free in your kit, along with Wild Orange, the On Guard, and the On Guard whitening toothpaste. I use this every day. I love it so much. It naturally whitens your teeth. Plus, it's got the On Guard, so it's boosting your immune system, making you healthier while you brush your teeth. Plus, it doesn't have any of the weird chemicals that a lot of toothpaste have that are actually hormone disruptors. So if you're trying to go all natural with your family, you will get this toothpaste in your kit this month for free. which is awesome. So if you guys have any questions about that kit, let me know. If you are ready to get these essential oils in your life, I have a link in the description. If you're watching this on Facebook, there's a link right here that says, oh, I didn't include the link actually. And I'll answer your question in just a minute, Michelle. So let me give you guys that link. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the description below. If you want to read more about what's in the Home Essentials Kit, if you have any questions about that, you can click that link where it says essentialenthusiasm.com/start here. Here is a direct link if you're ready to get the oils, and I'll edit this description when I'm done. When I'm live streaming it, everything moves really slow. So that's the direct link if you're ready to get the Home Essentials. If you have any questions, you can post about it in the comments if you're watching live. And if you're watching the recording later, leave me a comment and ask your question, okay? For those of you who are watching in the first 24 hours that I post this, there's a special gift for you. If you choose to get the Home Essentials Kit this weekend, so today's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, whatever your time zone is, your Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, when we talk on the phone, you're going to get a free phone consult with me for 30 minutes scheduled in the next week or two. We will talk about what your goal is, what it is you're working on in your life, and I'm going to make you up a custom blend in a roller ball so you can take it with you wherever you work. Custom blend for you to take with you and roll on to help you work on your goal. So I just recently, just today, actually, before we got started, I saw that I had an email from somebody about their custom blend. Her goal was focus. And so what is awesome is I include oils in your blend that you don't already have. So it gives you a chance to sample some oils you don't already have. And it can be an anchor, an aromatic anchor. When you put it on, you are in the frame of mind that you're working towards your goal. If you feel unmotivated, you put it on, you get motivated. If you are working well and you have it on, you're like reinstilling the habit of when I smell the smell, I feel this way. So I'll blend up a custom goal blend for you based on what your goals are, and I'll send it to you along with a welcome pack, which will include a bag. It might be a slightly different one, and some samples of things I think you'll like. So that is only if you get your Home Essentials Kit this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So if you've watched the video to this point, that's your special surprise. Anybody else? I know several of you on here already have your doTERRA account. As a reminder, if you do a 200 PV order this month, you get all of the things that I said were extra in that Home Essentials Kit. You get the toothpaste, you get the hand sanitizer, you get the wild orange, you get the On Guard. It's really an awesome deal this month. So Michelle asked, and by the way, guys, if you're ready to order, go to that link, order. If you want to read more about the kit, go to the Essential Enthusiasm, and there's more on that page you can read. It lists everything, and it shows you another package that's slightly bigger that includes even more awesomeness. I'm going to answer your questions now, though. So if you have questions, you can post them now. Michelle Renee said, I have 2 cats, and I've heard diffusing essential oils can hurt or even kill pets. Is this true? I'm scared to try a diffuser because of this info. There's a lot of misinformation out there about pets. There is also a lot of people diffusing really low quality oils that aren't actually essential oils. So because the FDA doesn't regulate essential oils, people can sell anything under the name of essential oil. So when and there's a couple blogs who have done chemical breakdown studies, like they've sent oils off to a chemical lab to have them study to see what's in them. A lot of the cheap big box store oils that you can find at your Walmart, your TJ Maxx, your Bed Bath & Beyond actually don't have any natural plant extract in them. What they are is a lot of petroleum and weird stuff. So like stuff that you would not want diffused and put into your air, and a lot of hormone disruptors, things that are in like traditional cleaning supplies. So that's one thing to remember. A lot of these Facebook stories you see of like, I diffused this and my pet had this reaction. You got to ask yourself, what brand are they diffusing? What are they diffusing? Is it actual plant extracts or is it something else? These essential oils, which I didn't talk about in this class because I just did in last week's video, these essential oils are 100% just the plant that it says on them. They're put through all those tests to make sure there's no heavy metals, no, what's the word? No other chemicals at all, pesticides, no cross-contamination. So, when you diffuse lavender, you're just diffusing lavender. You're not also diffusing some petrochemical that's on it, not some hormone disruptor made in a lab. So that's really important. That's the first thing. The second thing is a lot of vets use essential oils with their pets to great effect. There's an awesome resource called the EO Vet. She has a Facebook page full of information about how to use essential oils safely. The thing about cats is you can't use oils on your cat because your cat will lick itself and it will get internal. And there are a lot of plants in your daily life that are poisonous to your cat. Like, you don't let your cat eat all kinds of stuff that is perfectly safe for you because it's not safe for your cat, right? The same thing for your dog. Like, you shouldn't let your dog have garlic, onions, chocolate, right? Because it's not good for them, but it's perfectly fine for you. The same is true of internal usage of essential oils for your pets. Some are going to be poisonous, just like anything else you have in your house. Diffusing is not, if there's a couple of things to keep in mind for your pet. One, you should always let your pet have a way out of the room. So right now I'm diffusing and both my dogs are laying down in the rug next to me right here. And I was gesturing over here, but you can't see that gesture. They're like right here. I'm diffusing here and I'm diffusing in the living room, but they can leave the room. This isn't a closed in room and they could leave it if they don't like it. That's really important because the pets are going to know what's making them not feel good and they're going to leave the room. So what you don't want to do, and what I've noticed in several of these Facebook horror stories, is that they've closed their pet in a room, diffused, and then left the house. Guys, would you do that with a candle burning? Like, would you do that with like a bowl of chemical cleaner out? Would you just leave your pet in there with it and like walk away? Of course not. So don't diffuse. Close your pet in a room, and don't diffuse when you leave the house with your pets in the house. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Your diffuser only needs to run for you to get the best benefit. Studies have shown, run it for 1 hour and keep it turned off for 1 hour. Don't leave it running for 10 hours while you're gone from the house. There's no benefit to that. I mean, you're not there to benefit from it. Does that make sense? So 1, the quality of oils you use matter. 2, don't close your pet up in the room. 3, there's a list of oils that are not safe for cats. And I'm happy to link that up for you, Michelle. Oils you should not use with your cats. It's a pretty small list. It's not that big. And I mean, this is the thing, is that all of this is anecdotal. So I have tons of friends that diffuse with their cats to no problem at all. My dogs actually love the diffuser, love the essential oils that are safe for dogs. My one dog loves to have me put them on him. You don't want to do that ever with cats. No putting oils on your cats. But what was I going to say? Oh, I have all these anecdotes about my friends who diffuse essential oils and their cats seem to love it. They stay in the room, they curl up near the diffuser, they don't mind it at all. But those are just anecdotal. Those are just stories. There's also stories of people whose cats don't like it and they leave the room. That's fine. You want to let the cat leave the room. The cat will know what's best for itself. And yeah, so I hope that helps. When you read those stories, you want to keep in mind, what are they using? And did they not use the oils as recommended? You can make literally anything in your house deadly to your cat. I mean, I can like drop a book on my cat, right? Like, I say that because I have a cat that I had 2 cats, both passed away now. Andre would lay on the coffee table where there'd be a big stack of books, and Stella would be swatting at him from the floor, and after I would push the stack of books onto Stella, she would be fine. But yeah, good. So you just have doTERRA oils. So just make sure your cat can always leave the room. Make sure that you're noticing what your cat likes and doesn't like. So one of the things I use, if you guys have dogs, so this isn't for cats, if you have dogs, and you're want to use an oil for like flea protection, which I use oils for, or for nausea, or to calm them the heck down, we do before you apply any oil to your dog or let them take it internally, is you're going to let them test it. So I wish that my dog would come over here. I've posted this on Instagram a few times. So lavender is one that my dogs both really like. And what I'll do the first time I use lavender, and even now when I use it, if I'm going to put it on them, like Bo will have a hot spot, and I'll apply Melaleuca, which kills the bacteria, and then I'll apply lavender to calm it down and to take away the itching, because I lick it and lick it and lick it. It's take pointing here because he often licks his underarms. Before I apply it, I open it up and I hold it out to him and I see his reaction. If he doesn't want it, he walks away. If he wants it, he goes in deeper for a smell or he'll lick it. Raylan licks almost every essential oil he can. He loves it. He's also the dog. I have a diffuser and I have a chair next to it. He will lay in the chair and lay his head across the diffuser in the stream, especially when it's lavender, frankincense, cedarwood. He loves the wood oils. And cedarwood is great for helping fleas and ticks and bugs stay off of them. So if we're going to go outside, I'll often take some cedarwood in my hands with some coconut oil and then just like rub them down their back. And if I do that, Raylan then spends the whole time trying to lick it off Bo. And Bo is like, stop it, you're bugging me. So frankincense is another one that they both like. And so when Bo has problems with his joints, I'll let him have some frankincense. But it's really up to you. You need to make decisions that you're most comfortable with when it comes to your pets or your babies or yourself or elderly people. There's some amazing resources that will teach you more. My favorite are, so I mentioned the EO Vet for your pets, but for general life, the Modern Essentials app and book is the absolute best resource, in the Essential Life book. So anything you're wondering about, any issue you have whatsoever can be looked up and an appropriate oil will be suggested. So thank you guys for your questions. Yes, Michelle says her cats are her babies. I totally get it. I feel that way about my dogs. I felt that way about my cats while they were still with me. So that is it for how to use essential oils to take care of yourself. I do want to suggest, if you're new to essential oils, use them on yourself. Become an experimenter. See what makes you feel up and motivated and focused. See what makes you feel calm and relaxed and helps take away the stress. See what makes you feel good and helps you fight off the flu. See what makes your muscles feel good and helps relieve tension. I gave you a couple of examples of every kind of health issue and a couple of oils for each of those health issues. The 10 oils that are the most used and the most loved and cover the biggest variety all come together in that Home Essentials kit with a diffuser. Oh, I didn't say. It's $275 for those 10 oils, 250 drops each, the diffuser. And if you buy in May of 2018, you're going to get the toothpaste, the hand sanitizer, the extra On Guard, and that Wild Orange essential oil all with your kit. So you're really getting 12 bottles of oils. The toothpaste, the sanitizer, the diffuser. That's only for May. And if you decide to buy this weekend, which, what is today's date? The 25th. So if you buy the 25th, 26th, or 27th, in our phone call, we're going to talk about your goal, and I'm going to blend you up a custom blend and send it to you with a welcome packet. If you have any questions, just ask. You can email me anytime, tara@taraswiger.com. I don't check my emails during the weekend, so ask your question if you have it now. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I can't click out of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. It's not letting me stop the broadcast, of course. Bye, guys.